Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Humble Gentleman, a website, podcast, YouTube, dedicated to exploring what it means to embrace authentic masculinity. Growing up, I always admired the manly men I saw on television. I always wondered if they really existed. You know, the men that loved to build, be engrossed in nature, could fix almost anything, and were authentic. A lot of guys I hung out with, they looked up to those men as well. We all wanted to be like them. But the only examples we had were in Hollywood. There was a time, though, when these type of men existed. We often hear about the greatest generation, for example. Our country was founded on principles laid bare by men like these. Yet many of us feel lost. We've misplaced the self-confidence, motivation, skills, and qualities that these great men embodied. Today, we see a stripping of manliness to the point where many men feel more like eunuchs than anything else. And this stripping has left men separate, struggling with their identities, angry and sexless. We have forgotten, or perhaps we never actually knew, what it means to be a seasoned, mature man. Where my generation had great men to look up to, even if it was only on television, today's generation is inundated with images of sex, money, and six-pack abs as the most important thing to keep their lives going. The Humble Gentleman seeks to explore once again what it means to be masculine, to offer an ancient right and insight to those who are searching for a way to be a man beyond the money, beyond the power, and beyond the hot women. The Humble Gentleman is a site where we explore coming of age at whatever age. We dive into all things masculine, from the solemn and the ethical to skills and fun. We yearn to discover the authentic and real, to live a life of virtue and skill. At the end of the day, we look to blend these virtues and skills to offer men a way to live an authentic and meaningful life. Ultimately, the Humble Gentleman is here to encourage men to be better partners, fathers, and friends. My name is Chuck, and I'm the founder of the Humble Gentleman, and I'm also a member of the Society of Bearded Gentlemen. I suppose that means I can never shave, because then I might be kicked out. I don't know. I grew up in upstate New York. I did leave home when I was 15, and I spent a number of years homeless and traveling around the U.S. I spent about a year living on a commune milking cows in the middle of the Blue Ridge Mountains. I would leave every day at 2 a.m., walk probably about half a mile down a dirt road to where the farm was, milk the cows, walk back, repeat it at 2 o'clock in the morning. I also served for a short time as the head of emergency response of natural disasters on the East Coast for a major hospitality chain. And I own Beyond Strength, which was a warehouse gym dedicated to everyday gents, just people trying to find their way, and it could have been an executive or a football player. My goal in all of it is the same as it is here, to help men become the best version of themselves. I now live again in upstate New York with my beautiful wife Amber and our 7.5 kids. I have no idea what this is going to become. It could be awesome. It could be an epic failure. I guess failure is the best teacher, so if that happens, we'll accept it, embrace it, and we'll move on. I hope that you'll join me for this journey, or whatever you want to call it, and that you'll get engaged. Outside of that, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk to you soon.